video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Tuesday. And boy, oh boy, I'm so excited. We have so much news to break down today. Michael Saylor was just on CNBC, absolutely going off with his conviction. And there was also another clip by Tom Lee. Is there going to be $100,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year? And the end of the year is not too far. It's already December 3rd. If you're ready for the zest, the news, the education, make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share the stream out with friends, and let's get after it. Say good morning to me. I'm going to say good morning to you. And check out our 3 amazing sponsors as you do so, which is Cake Wallet, Market Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 15% off. Head over to Gemini, trade $100 in crypto, get 15 bucks in Bitcoin. We're going to go where dollars won't. And I'm so excited to say good morning to everybody. Let's go. All right. We got Mike Volmer, Mike G, Alexandra, Mike G. All righty. We got JC, good morning. Alex Kaimana, good morning. Black Hat. We got David Bowles, Aquarian is here. Sultan, Silver Days, Sola, Hefe. Good morning, Squeakies. James, hello, James. We got Chris Hanley, said blasphemy. We got Moneybags, good morning. Eddie Land says, I'm here. I see you, my friend. Thank you for coming. Scratch Eye, good morning. We got Lasers in the chat. Cliff, good morning. Auto Cough Cough. Crypto Farmer is here as well. Rez Juju is here. Hello, Juju. We got Andy S, good morning. Let's see. Pat M is here. Alp, Solana, and beyond. Good morning, Bullish. Bradley is here too. Who do we got on TikTok? Did I get everyone on TikTok? Did I speak to everybody on TikTok? If you're on TikTok, you have to say good morning to me. You have to say good morning to me. Or else what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Smiley says, big day. Yes, indeed. I do have an announcement, my friends. I do have an announcement. We're going to get after it. We got Liberty and Trust. Good morning. David says good morning from Arizona. Well, hello from the Sunshine State. Galaxy 9 is here. All Set is here. Welcome. Welcome. Did I miss anybody? Rob C, I think I said good morning to you, but if I didn't, hello. Let's see. Oh, Joe Harvey. Hello, my friend. Hello, Joe. Hello. Hello. All right. Yay. We're getting after it. Cameron says hello from Denver. Well, hello, my friend. Welcome. Welcome. Chuck, good morning. Good morning. All righty. We see a lot of beautiful people. Crimson's on X. Good morning to you. My friend John Legend is here. Yay. Woohoo. All right, guys, please smash the like, subscribe, share it. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers. Also, we have a goal for subscribery today. We're looking for 17,650 subscribers. That's 9 away. We really want to make our way to 18,000 subscribers, my friends. Right, Saul? Let's get it with the bunches of roses. 2 dozen, to be exact. 2 dozen. Right, Squeakies? All right, we're going to get into the market recap, and then we have a lot of news. This morning I was looking, I was like, man, this is a little lame. But then I was like, no, maybe it's not lame because we have a lot of news now as it was coming out right before the show. Right before the show. All right. Right, Yukio. Hi, Yukio. Wow. I can't wait to get into this. First, the market recap, as always. We have a lot of green going on this morning. A little red, but some green in there. Actually, Doge is down today. Surprising. But Jasmine's up 20%. H-Bar's up 22%. Maker up 15%. Tron making headwinds, my friends. We could talk about Tron a little bit later. Also, my friends, if you have chart requests, hang on till the end of the show, and I'm going to do my best to get to them for you. We have Bitcoin taking a little dip today. Brandon with the hearts, thank you. We have Bitcoin taking a dip today as people are upset about the U.S. government. And then we're going to get into that too. The U.S. government, they're so... Whatever. I'm not going to get spicy right now. It's too early in the show to get spicy. It's too early in the show. Guys, we have Bitcoin at $95,214 at this very second, down 0.68%. And we even said it. Where's the selling pressure now, my friends? $98,000. That's where it be. And so your bearish scenario, which it seems like we formed somewhat of a support there, but there's also selling pressure. If we go below it, is that 91K, 91.1. That's what you're looking at. Ideally, my friends, choppy, 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 and then up and to the moon. And this is moon. Moon. I could have typed that, but I felt like I should draw that. That's what I want. That's what I did, right, Midwest? So that's what we're looking at. Your bear scenarios, 91.1. That's really what we want. And then even though there is another bearish scenario, which is that 76.5, we had a little bit of selling pressure there. We were kind of stagnant there for about 2 days, 3 days. And we went above and beyond that all the way to 90K. Over here, there was a red dot printed yesterday on Market Cipher, dragging down Bitcoin's momentum ever so slightly, even curving down that money flow. And the VWAP is below that zero line. It is now bearish. The RSI, my friends, is taking a hit. Bearish action right now, though it is still mid-bull range. And so it shows that we have some nice room to run to the upside as well. And if it runs to the upside, we're going to hope for that 100K Bitcoin, which we already see that maybe happen, might happen, depending on what happens, I believe, with news leading up to the SEC's replacement. You know, all the replacements for not only Gary Gensler, but the commissioners that also stepped down as well. That's spicy indeed. We're going to look over at Ethereum too, because Ethereum's dragging a little bit, just ever so slightly, but critical level, because we really do want to hold support around where she's at right now. Ethereum's at $3,580. We're down 1.76%. We want to hold at $35.60. That's the support we want. That's the support we need in life. Bearish level to watch is right here, about $3,000. That is a psychological level. Bullish, though, is a golden zone, $39.60. Golden zone, very important, very, very important. If we could hold support at $39.60, then we could try to target that $41.80 and hit that new or previous high and make new highs for Ethereum. There were red dots printed again yesterday on Market Cipher, dragging down the momentum. Money flow is flat, and the VWAP has taken a bearish hit as well. We got the RSI that did border that overbought and retraced, which I, again, believe is a very good thing. And let's hold it and go back up. That's what we want. That's ideal. This pullback today is, in my opinion, nothing to worry about. I'm not freaking. I'm not stressing. I'm okay with it all because number can't always go up. She needs to calm down, collect herself. It's like when a teenage girl, like, she gets PO'd. You know what I mean, Ronell? Like, she gets upset. And sometimes, like, you know, there's a lot going on as a teenager. You have a moment. You have a moment. You're very upset. And then you calm yourself down. You're like, hey, maybe I shouldn't be upset right now. And then you move on up and you're on the up and ups again. That's exactly what's happening with crypto. She had a really good few days. She pulled back, calming herself down right now before she goes on the up and ups yet again. Litecoin is still on the ups and ups, and I love Litecoin. Litecoin, she's the right coin. Litecoin down 5% today, $126. We did hit around 140 yesterday, which is absolutely stellar. We did have a little heart that we drew on the chart, which I believe passed that $100 Litecoin for us. And so we were looking at 112. We surpassed it the past few days, looking great. Ideally, we want to keep closing above 112 and ideally $100 Litecoin because it's a psychological level. And we're going to aim for this 142. And you see in the past when we had support there, we had a lot of room to run up to that $220 something Litecoin. If we hit $200 Litecoin, I'm telling you right now, people are going to lose their absolute noodles. Put Litecoin emojis in the chat, my friends. We do have a red dot that wasn't printed yet, but was printed last week. And we were like, oh, you know, is this the time that maybe Litecoin rejects $100? Because when we had that red dot printed, oh, I'm not even showing my chart. When we had that red dot printed right here, we were rejecting this $99 mark and retracing down to 92. Then we had a green dot printed that brought us all the way up to this 140. Is there yet to be a red dot printed? Typically, sometimes there is. Sometimes there is. However, money flow is pumping for Litecoin. Again, the highest we've seen since right here in February of last year in 2023 and over here back in 2021. So we're seeing previous bull market levels. The VWAP is pulling back. She's still bullish though. Loving her. Loving her. We are overbought on the RSI, and we know what that means, an incoming downtrend, which is what we have right now. And so ideally, let's continue the pullback, go below overbought, and recharge and go back up. That's the ideal case scenario. And if you're looking at Litecoin, you see the volume coming in the past few days, the money flow coming in. Oh boy. People sleeping. I heard them. Like, you heard them, right? Sleeping. Hey, wake up. Hey, wake up. Darn it. Well, the U.S. government's playing games with us. And again, Proj, this is all FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I actually got text messages about this yesterday. Like, this kid texted me. He was like, hey, what does this mean? And it was a tweet about how the government was moving Bitcoin. Guys, stop the madness. The government plays games. Why? It's political. Donnie T wants to have a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And what are they going to do to spite the man? They're going to play games with everybody's emotions and perhaps maybe sell their Bitcoin, though there is no official note that the Bitcoin was sold. However, apparently there was a $1.9 billion move from a Bitcoin wallet to Coinbase. Again, there is no intel that there was an actual sell, which led to almost outrage on the X.com because this guy, Jason, retweeted Bitcoin Magazine, said they moved $963 million to Coinbase, 10K Bitcoin. And even we could see here that they had a huge transfer of that $1.9 billion. And so this is not surprising. Not surprising. 19,800 Bitcoin, according to this article. And then on this tweet, it says 10,000 Bitcoin. So we're between that 19.8K Bitcoin, which is worth that 1.9 billion, and this 10K Bitcoin. Now, we do have this guy, Jason, that tweeted, just so I have something on permanent record that I can point to the future, this is a huge strategic mistake. There's no price where it makes sense for the U.S. to sell any Bitcoin it has under its control. They have no idea what they own, and it shows. CEO of Coinbase, Brian Armstrong, retweets and says, agreed, the government should never sell Bitcoin, in my opinion. Duh. Bruh. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is political. This is to hold down the price of Bitcoin. And you know what's so funny is because Tom Lee was on CNBC talking about how Bitcoin's going to be well above 100K by the end of the month. And so would it be aligned with what he's saying that certain people do not want $100,000 Bitcoin? And I believe it's the left, the Dems, whoever is running this government currently in this administration, because you could put your tinfoil hat, whatever you want, on your head. But you know that there are certain people running this administration that we do not see. Period. And so they don't want $100,000 Bitcoin because you know what? It's gonna be good for Donnie T and his admin, and they want him to take a hit. So this is something that I would like to show. Tom Lee's predicting over $100,000 Bitcoin by the end of the month. Now, do you believe that Bitcoin will hit $100,000 by the end of the month? Put a 1 or a yes emoji, or 2 or a no emoji. Put it in the chat, my friends. Smash these likes. Share it out, because I also have an announcement to make. Let's go.
Do you want to, we always get a Bitcoin comment from you before we let you go. Normally it got stuck under 100. That's a pretty... It's a psychological level, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think some of this could be, there's a lot of folks who don't want Bitcoin over 100,000, and some of
the government
of it may be the exchanges themselves are concerned because there is a pretty low supply of Bitcoin available over the counter. So you have a supply shortage, and if Bitcoin makes a move above 100,000, I think there'd be a big chase. So I'm still confident Bitcoin's going to close much higher before year end.
Before year end.
before year end, yeah.
So break $100,000 before the end of the year?
Yeah, well above 100,000 before year end. It's just a matter of time.
It's December 2nd. It's not that long, Tom. So it's going to do it in the next 4 weeks.
Tom makes bold short-term
I know,
calls.
you're nuts, and they all come, usually they come true.
There are some people that do not want $100,000 Bitcoin. Cough, cough, U.S. government. Get out of here, okay? Because we know the truth. We know the truth. And that's how our government will accumulate 1 million Bitcoin out of the 21 million Bitcoin over the course of the next few years. It's inevitable, period. And why do we know that? Because there is a chase between Donnie T and, hello, Dennis Porter, who runs the Satoshi Action Fund, a beautiful organization. If you want to donate to them, go ahead. He says, I am convinced I will pass the strategic Bitcoin reserve legislation at the state level before Donnie T. The only way he wins is if he does on the first week he is in office. The race is on. Let the game theory begin. Dennis Porter, you absolute icon. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And there was also a really great point that was made there, which was the exchanges do not have enough Bitcoin. Approximately 2.2 million Bitcoin is all of what the exchange has together, combined. All the centralized exchanges together have 2.2 million Bitcoin. That is not enough. Not nearly enough. And that's for just the current market. What about when Bitcoin passes 100,000? $200,000 Bitcoin. Retail FOMO's in. You think there's not going to be a supply shock? What about the fact that Marathon Digital is upping their ante and wants more Bitcoin? They upsized its bond to $850 million plus a $150 million option. They're buying more Bitcoin, and that's a miner, which Dennis Porter also pointed out that they increased their Bitcoin reserves, Marathon Digital, and said the largest Bitcoin miner in the world is building a strategic Bitcoin reserve. They're not selling. What happens when all the Bitcoin miners stop selling new Bitcoin? I think you know. I've been warning you guys for years now, about a supply shock with Bitcoin. There's not enough. And when people realize that, there's going to be a race for Bitcoin. OTC, over the counter, is going to be the way where people are going to text you and say, hello, fam. I know Bitcoin's, for example, $100,000 right now. I'll pay you $300,000 if you give it to me. That's what's going to happen. The exchanges will not have enough because there isn't enough. Why? Because there is no money printer that can go burr. There's a finite supply. The amount of Bitcoin that gets rewarded to miners gets cut in half every 4 years. There's not enough Bitcoin, friends. What's the reward right now? 3.125 Bitcoin miner reward. I got to make sure I'm correct before I spew. Bitcoin reward per block. I think it's 3.125. Yes. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. 3.125 Bitcoin is all miners get right now. That's about to be cut in half. Are you ready for that in the next few years? We just had the Bitcoin halving, so this one's fresh. This one's fresh. But how much is 3 Bitcoin going to be worth in the future? Are miners going to give up their beautiful pieces of gold that they worked so hard to get? No. Or it's going to be for a major price tag. The government's already telling you the new admin is already telling you they're going to accumulate 1 million Bitcoin over the course of the next few years. Miners are not going to sell it. So just be prepared for that. Just be prepared for that. There's a lot that's headed our way, my friends. There's a lot that's headed our way. I don't think people are ready for it. Just letting you know, there will be a Bitcoin supply shock. So, like I tweeted yesterday, and I'll even pull it up. So there's receipts. There's receipts. Here you go. I tweeted there's only 2 million Bitcoin left on exchanges. Stack accordingly. And again, that's not financial advice. That's just me telling you that if you understand what that means, do what you need to do. And if you have crypto on exchanges, you use the exchange's beautiful places like Gemini to accumulate that crypto. You then move it to an open source wallet like Cake Wallet. Thank you. Do the right thing. Use the exchanges to exchange. Take self-custody. Make sure your Bitcoin is yours. You can always move it back to the exchanges. This is why they're here, so you could sell it or do what you need to do with it. It's up to you. It's your money. Just know that people have learned their lesson before. The supply shock is coming. And don't be surprised if you try to withdraw one day and the exchanges say, hey man, I'm sorry, we don't have it. Stack accordingly, my friends. Stack accordingly. Michael Saylor understands this, that there's going to be a major surge with Bitcoin, especially with this supply shock. Tom Lee even said it. There's going to be a supply shock. There's not a lot of Bitcoin out there for people to grab. Michael Saylor was talking about volatility today on the TVs. Let's hear it.
There'll be a drop.
And my friends on TikTok, please go to youtube.com/missteencrypto to hear it. You will not hear it on TikTok. Shout out to Cletus and Frank.
Or a significant drop that comes along. Have we moved past that because of the regulatory changes that have taken place?
I think it'll remain volatile because it's a 24/7, 365 global asset. You can panic sell it on Saturday night. You can enthusiastically buy it on Sunday morning. That's a feature. That's not a bug.
Yeah, you've lived through some of the swings, but do you think we won't see the downturns like we've seen in the past just because of the changes we've seen?
I think it's going to surge through the roof, and then it's going to surge to 180 and crash to 140, and people will be freaking out about it again. But let me make this one analogy. Volatility is like fire, and some people run away from the fire, but Henry Ford put the fire into a carriage via an engine, created an entire industry, and he gave humanity wings.
Can we talk about, so I've been leading up to for me and for everybody to understand your tweet just from, I think, in the last hour. So what did you do last week with the treasury operations? You were able to generate a Bitcoin yield of 2.55% or over almost 10,000 Bitcoin to shareholders using an arbitrage. Can you explain? Will I be able to understand this if you explain this?
We sold $1.5 billion worth of stock,
Okay.
backed by $500 million worth of Bitcoin.
Okay.
We bought back $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. We captured nearly $1 billion gain in the arbitrage. That we can do with equity day by day. When we do it with debt, we issue $3 billion of debt that's backed by $600 million of Bitcoin that comes due in 5 years. We pay 0% interest. We buy $3 billion of Bitcoin. We capture the $2.4 billion in the arbitrage gain up front. But then over the course of the 5 years, we double or we quadruple the investment because we're buying an asset which is appreciating faster than the S&P.
What you told me was that it's 55% premium over conversion, but a zero coupon. Is that the same?
That was a zero coupon 55. And you can do that because Bitcoin is high vol, and the companies that have Bitcoin on their balance sheet have even higher volatility. So Mara is a great example. 2 weeks ago, they did a $1 billion convert, zero coupon, to buy Bitcoin. This week, they're back in the market doing another $1 billion convert, zero coupon, to buy Bitcoin. You can rinse and repeat that frequently.
Tell me what you think, or told Microsoft that they should do, and what are the chances that happen?
Microsoft is buying its own stock back, it's buying bonds, it's dividending out cash flows. If they simply swept their existing cash into Bitcoin, it probably adds $1 trillion to the market cap and $150 to the share price. If they converted the dividend into Bitcoin, adds another $150 to the share price, another $1 trillion to the market cap. if they replace the buybacks with Bitcoin, instead of surrendering the capital, they invest the capital, adds another $1 trillion and $150 to the share price. If they just take a little bit of leverage, they basically take 10% leverage on a huge stack of Bitcoin, they add another $1 trillion. So what I'm saying is, instead of surrendering the capital and then leveraging up the company, right now Microsoft trades at 20 times forward expectations. So or I'll say it, 95% of the enterprise value of Microsoft is based on expectations, is the best way to say it, right? And that means it's very asset poor, it's expectation rich. Why don't you actually buy assets, and instead of being 95% on expectations, be 50% on expectations, de-risk the company, grow the enterprise value, and feed the digital economy of the future.
He called Microsoft poor, by the way.
What was the response?
The shareholder meeting is December 10th. We'll find out.
What do you expect? Glazed eyes?
I don't have any illusions that mega corporations are going to immediately embrace Bitcoin, but what I do think is it's going to become part of the conversation. And there are about 120 companies that are public that are starting to hold Bitcoin right now. There are a lot of Bitcoin standard companies like Mara, like Saylor, like Metaplanet, like Rumble is getting into the business. And as they start to buy Bitcoin and issue fixed income securities and equity securities, you're going to see demand increase.
So what inning are we in, you think?
Sorry?
What inning? It feels like we're in like the second inning of all, or even maybe not even.
Yeah, I think we get into the third inning when we cross $100,000.
That's the third inning.
Right now, we're still early. I think that there's
it's not a softball game. It might be a twilight doubleheader even. Might be, or maybe 13 or 14 innings. Michael, thank you. I'm going to go home and think some more. I think on this after you come in, and then my head starts hurting, and then I give up. But
thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
We're still in the second inning, kiddos. We're still in the second inning. Oh. And again, if we're just in the second inning, third inning for Bitcoin, we're in the first inning for all of the altcoins. Guys, altcoins are going to win massively. People aren't ready for the alts. People don't know about Bitcoin yet. Wait till they discover more about Ethereum, Litecoin, the Digibytes of the world. Digi's up like 30-something% today. And even I spoke about Rumble last week on, wait, what was this? I spoke about Rumble last week on Newsmax, which, do we have 100 likes today so I can make my darn announcement? Please, where is 100 likes on YouTube? Do we have it yet? Someone do a like check for me, because we do have some information. Remember last week we were talking about Rumble on Newsmax. Listen to what they were saying. Listen to what they were saying.
Intense intro there.
Very serious.
To the crypto corner.
Yes.
All right.
Here we go. Hold on.
They're going to begin allocating up to 20. Rumble, a video platform similar to YouTube, but we know it's aimed at conservatives. They're going to begin allocating up to $20 million of its cash reserves into Bitcoin. The Rumble CEO explaining the move is, quote, unlike any government-issued currency, Bitcoin is not subject to dilution through endless money printing, enable it to be a valuable inflation hedge and an excellent addition to our treasury. That's, I think, pretty serious when a company starts putting in the reserves into something here. That decision isn't made lightly. What do you think?
I think it's something that's smart for Rumble to do. I mean, it's very much aligned with their ideology of free speech, as Bitcoin does enable the freedom for you to be your own bank and send permissionless transactions, as well as send messages on the blockchain as well with inscriptions. This is perfectly aligned with their mission, as well as you see other companies like MicroStrategy accumulating billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. So 20 million is like a drop in the bucket in terms of accumulation. Rumble is doing the right thing, in my opinion, as you could see the appreciation with Bitcoin over the last 14 to 15 years being the best performing asset there is.
All right.
Hello. This is a huge move. Huge move. Bitcoin is so ready. Bitcoin's ready for the heat. She's ready for the spice. She's ready for the zest. People are ready for that. They can conceptualize that. Even Joe Kernan from CNBC was like, hey man, like my brain hurts sometimes when I think about this. There's only 2 million Bitcoin left on exchanges. Miners are building their own strategic Bitcoin reserve. The miners don't even want to sell it to you anymore. What happens then? Please answer the question. What happens? I'm getting teary-eyed about it. What happens then? Altcoins. If you are not bullish on altcoins, and altcoins that are OG altcoins, Litecoin, Digibyte, that are usable and could be utilized for money. You go to the store. You want to buy a coffee and a donut. What are you going to do? Bitcoin takes 10 minutes to confirm. ETH is going to be too expensive with gas fees. What are you going to do? Oh, there's Litecoin. There's Digibyte with 15-second blocks. Get ready. Get ready. Nobody's ready, but I am. And he said, Bitcoin's going to surge through the roof to 180K, then back to 140. People are going to freak out about it. Just like right now, people are greedy. People are greedy. They're like, oh, Bitcoin was $68,000 on election day, November 5th, only about a month ago. Less than a month ago. Oh my gosh, I'm going to rip the hair out. About a month ago, Bitcoin was $68,000. Today, it's 95. And you're complaining? It almost hit $100,000. You're complaining? This is greed. But the greed hasn't started yet because retail's not here. Retail is starting to hear. They're dipping their little toesies in the agua. They haven't seen nothing yet. People are going to learn about Bitcoin. Then it's altcoins. You heard it. I've been saying the same thing for years. I've been preaching Bitcoin, Litecoin, Digibyte, Ethereum for years since I started this. This isn't new. I didn't come out of nowhere. You guys didn't come out of nowhere. My Uncle Jimmy didn't come out of nowhere. Piano Matty B hasn't come out of nowhere. When we've been saying the same thing for years, friends. Be your own bank. Use the technology for what it's for. Freedom. Freedom of speech. To hold your value. To not be neglected and rejected by an exclusive financial system that simply does not care about you. The banks don't care about you. The banks don't let you use your money. There are certain banks, digital banks, and maybe I don't know if I should call out the name, but one bank I was discussing with someone in finance yesterday said, you could only withdraw $1,500 a day from this bank. But they're not going to tell you that up front. They're not going to tell you, oh, only put in $1,500 a day to this bank because you can only take that amount out per day. They'll never tell you. You could put millions of dollars in the bank. But how much could you take out? But then you go to other countries that have had bank runs that tell, like in Nigeria, they said, you know what, we want you to use a CBDC. And because of that, you could only take $45 a day of cash out of the ATM until we tell you you can't anymore. What freedom is that? When we had lockdowns in the United States, and I was back in New York looking at the banks, people lining up outside the banks because the ATMs were only giving you $500 and there were no tellers there because you couldn't go see people face to face. What were you going to do then if you had to pay something in cash? What were you going to do if you had bills to pay? The banks don't care about you. The people that are a part of the Federal Reserve, The people that are running this government do not care about anybody else but themselves and their pockets. You hear that? That's what they care about. Their money. Because you know these people like Nancy P, they're out here insider trading against you and basically rigging the whole stock game. They're the ones that win, and they get away with it all. The banks disregard every AML measure there is. And basically no fines. Nobody held accountable. But CZ Binance, where we still have had no evidence of what happened with this man, they threw him in jail for months. They fined Binance $4 billion. Can you say the same for TD Bank that only got fined $3 billion and no executives named for AML? Oh, I guess not. What about the overreach? There's countless things going on here. The gold market, there's unlimited gold on this earth. There's a lot of gold that they won't let people mine just simply because if there's too much gold, then the price gets diluted. Then how much of a store of value is it really? When Bitcoin has a finite supply of 21 million. You could deny this all you want. Gold bugs will get mad at me. Randy, gold. You can't deny the facts. It's a rigged game. And it's only for a club that you're not in. But we're having our own club over here on the side, and that's crypto. That's where we, the people, get our power back. This is where we stand up for ourselves and say, hey, no more. It's our time. We're opting out of your system and opting into one where we're our own bank. We transact 24/7, 365 with no intermediaries and no censorship. Yesterday, you want a funny story? You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it because I'm mad. Yesterday, I tried to use my debit card for a transaction. I was doing something that was a big deal for me. And the bank wouldn't let me use my debit card. I call up the bank. I say, hello, bank. Can you let me spend X amount on my debit card? You know what happened? They said no. They said, oh, sorry. They transferred me to 3 different people, actually. Transferred me to 3 different people while I'm sitting somewhere trying to spend my own money. That is in my account. They told me no. Sorry, ma'am. You can't do that. Maybe go to a physical bank branch. Leave where you're at. Go to a physical branch and get the amount from them and bring it back. Are you kidding me? If it's my money, why can't I spend it? The banks do not care. It's not your money, it's theirs. That's why when you put your money in the bank, just know it's not yours anymore. You could only spend X amount on your debit card? Who the actual are you? Who are you? Tell me what I can buy and what I can't. If I have the money, let me use it, darn it. The game is rigged, my friends. The game is rigged. The game is rigged. It happened yesterday. My dad witnessed it. My sister witnessed it. A finance man witnessed it. A bunch of other people witnessed it because they were like, Randy, what's going on? And I said, I can't do what I need to do because the banks are trash. The banks are trash. It's not your money anymore once you give it to them. And they trap you in this absolute gosh awful system for no reason. And I was saying, you know what, man? If I use the Litecoin right now, this transaction would have been done in 5 minutes. If I use Digibyte, this would have been confirmed in 15 seconds. 15. But no, it took me 2 hours between phone calls, between going to the actual bank to do what I needed to do and go back. That's blasphemy. That is blasphemy. It's not your money. Face the facts. This is why you have to be your own bank, and we have to make it known we need crypto, and everybody should accept it. Everybody should accept it. Shout out to Jorge for becoming a member of the Zesty fam. Welcome. to my Uncle Jimmy. Shout out to my Uncle Jimmy in the chat. This is ridiculous. Blasphemy. They trap you in a BS system. They identified me 5,000 times on the phone, but no, I still couldn't spend the money. Get the out of here. I'm going to calm down now. I'm calming down, right, Dex from Brooklyn? I just left there. Nice to see you. This is why crypto's inevitable. They didn't let me use my debit card yesterday. These darn fools did not let me use my debit card. Oh, but you have a limit of X amount. But we could only increase it to this amount, which isn't exactly what you need. Isn't it ironic that they asked me what I needed? I told them, and then they said, hey, we could only offer you half of that, and for only temporarily. Are you kidding me? Are you for real? Okay. If I wasn't bullish on crypto then, darn it.
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
Banks are trash. Banks are trash. Sorry about it. Sorry about it. This is why we're in crypto. It is awful. And the banks are going to fail. The banks are failing already. There were 5 bank failures last year. There were at least 2 this year. The banks are going bye-bye, my friends. And the only way they're going to survive is if they have crypto. It's the only way they're going to survive. They need to have crypto. And if they don't, the banks are done. Especially when people understand how easy it is to spend crypto. And how much trouble it is to use fiat. And how they steal from you. Because then I had to go and get what I needed to get from the bank. And they charged me a fee to go do that. The banks steal. They lie. They mislead you. You want to talk about magic internet money? Don't even get me started, magic internet money. The money in your bank account is magic internet money. You think that actual money is in the bank? Let's say you have 20 grand in your account. Go to the bank with it. Go to the bank and say, hey, can I have my 20 grand in cash right now? They're going to say, why do you need it? Where's it going? No, we don't have it. Why are we so concerned about the exchanges where they have proof of reserves? You can transparently see what goes on there. Yet, the banks, you don't know how much money they have. And they won't give you what you want. A bank telling you can only withdraw $1,500 a day? Garbage. That's theft. That should be illegal. If it's your money, they should have it, right? How much money did they digitally print when we know for a fact that they printed 40 to 50% of our money supply between 2020 and 2021? Your money's not your money. You're trusting somebody else to hold it for you when they don't hold it for you. When you put your money in the bank, it goes somewhere else. And you know what kind of people that they finance. Jamie Dimon, who do you finance? The banks have no money. Your money in your bank account that you see on your app is magic internet money. It's not real. It's not real. The only thing that's real is Bitcoin and crypto. Why? Because it's on the blockchain. You can see it. It's created for a reason. You own it and no one can take it from you. The banks won't fail. What do you mean? There were 5 bank failures last year. They did fail. There were 2 bank failures at least this year. They are failing. It's not being naive when it's fact. It's not naive when it's fact. And it's just a matter of if you accept the facts, because it is what it is. I'm not making things up. I don't come on this show and make things up. I don't make things up. That's not why I'm here. If I made things up, I wouldn't be here. No one will watch the show if I made things up. It's all facts. That's it. Garbage. Yeah, and your political views will get you unbanked. Of course it will. Brad Garlinghouse got debanked. We're going to say that's not fact. It is fact. He did get debanked. He said it. They say that we have freedom of speech, but there's no law saying they can't debank you. And so that's what they want. Oh, you say something that we don't agree with, then, oh, goodbye. Get your money out of the bank, go somewhere else, and then everyone else will reject you, and then you're excluded from the financial system, which is why I say this is a corrupt society. Because if you don't agree with them, they debank you. But if you're an absolute criminal, you get banked. If you're doing illicit activity involving humans, you get banked at one of the biggest banks in the world and the biggest bank in the United States. Is that not fact? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is how they stay in charge, because it's a corrupt financial system. Corrupt. Absolute corrupt. The government's corrupt, which is why we need Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. And that has a clear expiration date. July 4th of 2026. This is why Department of Government Efficiency. Get these people out of here. Liz Warren, Gary Gensler, all the people that insider trade, Nancy P. All these people that work against you every single day and claim that they're one for the people. Oh, I care about the middle class. I care about people making money when they're the ones that are accepting money from the banks to lobby against you. Liz Warren. They're criminals.
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
The bank executives, they're literal criminals. Yet do any of them get any sort of trouble headed their way? Any jail time? But yeah, have a political opinion and you'll get debanked for that. But you're a criminal, so go ahead. Shout out to the Piper Academy, my OC, my Tradefly, my Army Piper. Nice to see all of you guys. Thank you for rating in. But that is this is just the reality. This is just the reality. And sorry I went on a rambunctious rant, but that's just the way it is. And so I don't come on here and spew garbage. I come on here and I spew fact, because that's what I'm here for. And again, if it's not something you agree with, if you don't agree with the facts, then I'm sorry about it. But it's just what it is, and I just say what it is, and I don't lie. I'm not about that. I'm transparent like the darn blockchain, right, Alex Papa O? I'm transparent like the blockchain, and I'll always be that way, and I'll always be the same. And I have been the same since I started this almost 5 years ago. My goal has been to spread crypto and NFT adoption to the entire world. To help people realize that you could be your own bank, you could be your own art gallery, you could be your own record label, you could have your freedom of speech. That's what we're here for. We're here for humanity. We always talk about humanity. How do we bring world peace? How do we unite people? The way we unite people is with energy, with vibration. Bitcoin. Music, it's the same. That's the same. Proof of work. Satoshi was a darn genius. A genius. Having energy that people are already using, and quite frankly, a lot that people are wasting, and you put it in to the blockchain. You power a technology that enables you to do what you want, to be in control of your value. Respect your time. Respect your energy, because that's all we have in this life is time and our energy. Things that get stolen from us on a daily basis. People work their entire lives to accumulate this fiat garbage, and only for it to be devalued. Oh, let's look back to when my dad was a kid and he was going to McDonald's and paying a few cents for a burger and fries and a shake. What are you getting now? You can't even get nothing for $1. You'll get 2 fries nowadays for $1. Are you kidding me? So all these people for generations that worked their entire lives to accumulate this dollar garbage are getting what out of it now? $1 million when I was younger, people were telling me it was generational wealth. You had $1 million, you were a hot shot. Now $1 million is almost like the equivalent of $100,000. This is horrible what fiat has done to people. That there are people my age that will never be able to afford a home at the way and the rate inflation is going. Look at all of these other countries like Argentina that had triple-digit inflation. People are taking fiat and making clothes with it, purses out of it, because it's worth nothing. It's worth nothing. People don't realize how much gets stolen from them until people are working 3 jobs and can still not afford to live on their own. That's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Smash a like, share this out with friends, because I'm going to be talking about all of this craziness today on Newsmax at 2:50 p.m. Eastern. Tune in at 2:45. So 2:45 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be on Newsmax today. And so there we go, my friends. I'm going to be back on Newsmax talking all of this insanity. And so I hope you guys tune in. I'm fired up. I'm going to be fired up all day. 2:45 p.m. Eastern, tune in to Newsmax. And I will post a clip when I get it. But yeah, this is horrible. People getting robbed every single day by the fiat system. St. Jerome, when I was a kid, a quarter bought a comic book, an ice cream cone, a Coke, and 2 giant pretzels. Ain't that funny? You can't even get a Chick-fil-A sandwich for $8. Go to McDonald's. Gosh knows what they're putting in that. But it's not even, it's like $10. What do you get at McDonald's now? Yes, ain't that some sheesh? Ain't that some sheesh? Smash a like, share it out. We do have a lot going on today. Newsmax. We have 15 more likes until we hit 100. Please listen to Piano Maddie B.
Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video?
Speaking of Department of Government efficiency, Doge is taking a little bit of a hit today. 40 cents, down 4.3%. We're looking at a bear scenario right now of 34 cents. Red dot printed, VWAP down. But we have only love and hope for Dogecoin. I have love and hope for Department of Government efficiency.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I can't even super chat for $1.
Yeah, true, Army Piper. Thank you for that, by the way. And yeah, true. Because you know what? YouTube takes 30%, at least 30% of whatever super chats are given to me, which is why we have the PayPal option. And we used to have a crypto option before I got decryptoed from unsaid exchange. But yeah, friends, YouTube takes 30% of this. That's why they're not letting me super chat for $1 because they take 30%. That's why. Because YouTube needs to make their bag before I can make mine. Yeah, highway robbery indeed. Highway robbery indeed. 30%, that's a lot of money that they take from me. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. 30% tax fraud. Absolutely, Jorge. Absolutely. Absolutely. Please make sure you guys click that link Alexandra J put in the chat to the Piper Academy YouTube channel. Please subscribe to them. Thank you. Thank you, my G. I appreciate you. Blame Apple for that 30%. It's YouTube's little huckster activity. It is. It is. And Apple has their 30% huckster activity too. Piper said, the wife and I will take you to dinner at Bitcoin 2025. Oh. Man, I really hope I could go to Vegas for Bitcoin 25. That would be great. I hope I could see y'all there. I really do. Bitcoin conference. Hello. Let's chat. Danny said, I would much rather send you crypto. Well, I used to be able to accept that. Well, I do. I have a Doge address in the description. I also have, if you go to missteencrypto.com, I do have addresses at the bottom. Hold on. missteencrypto.com. You scrolly. Donations, all here. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin is in the description of the video. But that's it. But yeah. YouTube takes viewers and 30%. Facts. Absolutely facts. Trent said he got his ticket. Yeah, we don't know if we're gonna go we don't know if we're gonna go to Bitcoin conference yet. But you know, Bitcoin conference, man, I wish I could do a little keynote. Wish I could do a keynote there. I'm ready. Bitcoin conference, knock knock. It's not only Bitcoin anymore. Sorry. But yeah, that's just the way it is. I'm the biggest proponent of Bitcoin. I'm the biggest proponent of crypto, freedom, and humanity. That's all I care about. That's what I preach every single day of my life. Every single day of my life. I come on this show and I preach for humanity and the prosperity of humanity, freedom. That's all I care about. It's all I care about is helping people. And that's why I try to do this every single day to bring awareness to what we're doing in this space, because Bitcoin, and I said this on Newsmax, Bitcoin is not only going to unite the states, it's going to unite the entire world. Because it's inclusive, not exclusive. Holy wow. Holy freaking wow. What the? Anthony Palladino sending me 30,000 Satoshis. Aww. Anthony Palladino, darn it. Thank you. Thank you so much for sending that via Cash App. Aww. Thank you so much, Anthony Palladino. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Shout out to wifey and baby Palladino. Listen, it's too slow. Listen, that's why there's altcoins. That's why there's Litecoin. That's why there's Digibyte. Look at Digibyte right now. Soaring, flying. Hold on. Digibyte, 2 cents right now. 2 whole pennies, my friends, when we've been waiting for this for a hot minute. 2 cent Digi up 27%. Hit a high of, what was this? 0.021 cents. Friends, we have a bullish scenario here. 2.5 cents, 0.026, just about. Bearish level to watch is right here at a penny and a half. Green dot printed, money flow flowing. Why? Why are people so bullish on Digibyte? Because it's great money. a finite supply of, I believe, 21 billion. You go to the coffee shop, you get your coffee, you get your donut. You're paying instantly. You hit that button, it's basically there already. Faster than tap and pay for sure. So buckle up, friends. It's not just Bitcoin here. It's not just Ethereum. It's too expensive and it's darn too slow. Litecoin, Digibyte, and Dogecoin. That's what you're going to use to transact. Listen, fate loves irony. Doge was a joke and now it's not. We want decentralized money. We want proof of work. That is Litecoin, Digibyte, and Dogecoin. Digibyte is the most underrated cryptocurrency there is besides Litecoin. Nothing but facts there as well. And I don't care about price. I'm telling you that right now. I care about money, utility in the real world. When I look at crypto and I say, what can I use this for? What can I use as money? That's my answer. Bitcoin is your store of value. Lightning Network, I don't believe can scale in the future. The banks will basically own Lightning Network because of the amount of liquidity you need to run it. Litecoin, Digibyte, Dogecoin. Proof of work. And if you guys want to learn more about Digibyte, then look no further, my friends, because I have an interview with the creator of Digibyte, Jared Tate himself. You go on my YouTube channel. You see the Randi Hipper show where I've had absolute icons, including CZ Binance, Michael Saylor, countless other beautiful individuals, Digital Asset News, James Cipher. We had Eleanor Terrett, Tom Crown, Crypto Face, Gary Cardone. Look, there's Michael Saylor right there, the CEO of eToro, which was also a partner. And then you have Jared Tate. Watch this episode with Jared Tate. Learn about Digibyte because, again, it's one of the most underrated things I've ever seen in this space. There we go. We're gonna put that link in the live chat because if you guys do not know about Digibyte, you should. Why in the world is this playing? This is the wrong one. Look at this. This was over a year ago. What date was this? March 22nd of 2023. Jared Tate, that beautiful, beautiful brain of his. Beautiful brain of his. Watch it. Learn about it. Guys, I will be on Newsmax today at 2:45 p.m. Eastern. So please make sure you're watching. Tune in. Enjoy it. Love it. Embrace it. But it's going to be a great day today. I'm sorry I went on a heated rant. But at the end of the day, I only speak my truth. Right? That's Clem. Sup, Clem. But yeah, I speak nothing but the truth. I'm always transparent. I'm like the blockchain. And I'll never be anything but transparent. Wait, is that the right way to say it? But yeah, I'm always transparent. That's the only way I am. That's the only way I know how to be, in fact. So 2:45 p.m. Eastern, Newsmax, I'll be on it. I'm going to be spewing my fires out there. And I'm happy that they continue to have me on. I've been on at least once a week for the past month, I believe. So it's been a hot minute. And I'll continue to go on whenever they invite me because that's what I do. I go on mainstream media to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. And I absolutely love what I do every single day of my life. And I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for being part of this industry. I'm thankful for having people like you that support me every single day. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Nowhere else I'd rather be. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Newsmax. 2:45 p.m. Eastern. Thank you to my 3 sponsors that support me endlessly, Cake Wallet, Market Cipher, and Gemini. Yes, we all own the club, and we all fam Crypto Farmer, absolutely. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't yet, please smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share the stream out with friends. I love what I do. I love this show. I absolutely have a love for every single person that is looking and hearing this podcast right now. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. See you on Newsmax at 2:45 p.m. Eastern. Smash like, subscribe, share it out with friends. Have a beautiful day. Stay zesty. Mwah. Peace.